Why do we get sucked into unhealthy habits? It's because we don't know what else to do when we're not feeling great. Unhealthy habits like numbing ourselves or avoiding what matters to us can be unhealthy ways of coping with unpleasant emotions. That's why it's so important to learn helpful strategies of relating to our fear, our aversion, and other difficult emotions. Stay tuned to learn such a strategy in this video. It's called Embodying Emotions. Hey everyone, welcome to Becoming an Expert at Self-Leadership. I'm Maika, I'm a psychologist, and happy to see you all tuning in. So when it comes to unpleasant emotions, we usually have this attitude. This needs to go away before I can go on with life. I can't do this difficult thing as long as I'm feeling anxiety. The anxiety needs to go away before I can do it. Or I can't get started with this challenging project as long as I'm feeling averse to getting started. So we then push back against unpleasant emotions inside because they seem threatening and like an obstacle to living our best life. The problem is, by trying to lock difficult emotions away, we're adding another level of discomfort onto the already uncomfortable emotion that is there. It's a level of struggling with it, fighting something that is present in us. I've illustrated this here. So blue is the emotion, and the red circle around it is that layer of inner tension of trying to contain the emotion. We add to our inner turmoil by fighting difficult emotions. On a physical level, this means lots and lots of inner tension. And we also end up blocking our emotional energy because we make it harder to access it. And with that also states of enthusiasm and motivation and emotions that we want to be feeling, like joy, love, or empathy. The psychologist Raja Selvam has developed a method of relating to difficult emotions that's a healthy and helpful alternative to this inner tension. He calls this embodying emotions. And when you embody an emotion, according to Raja Selvam, you get it to expand to more places in your body. You give it more space. Expanding the emotion is helpful because, firstly, you're removing the inner tension that's created by fighting it. And secondly, it's easier to carry the weight of an emotion with more of your body. It gets distributed and stops weighing so heavily on just one area. Just like it's easier to carry a box with two hands and arms rather than just one. Expanding the emotion is a way of decreasing its intensity and the difficulty of it being there. And with practice, you can increase your capacity to be with difficult emotions without getting pulled into unhealthy habits. You'll increase your capacity to keep doing what matters to you, enter that social situation, pursue this project alongside the fear, aversion, or other difficult emotion you may be feeling as well. So I think I've said enough on the why. Let's get into the how. How to expand an emotion. Raja Selvam divides our bodies into these areas: head and neck, chest and abdomen, arms and legs. Often our emotions weigh heavy in our head or chest, and we push back against them internally to stuff them into as little space as possible. The idea of emotional embodiment is to invite and allow the emotion to expand to more of your body as much as possible. You can allow the emotion to flow into the next neighboring area in your body. So if it's in your chest, you can invite it to also flow into your arms. But it doesn't have to only be the neighboring area. It could also be just any other area. So you could invite it to expand from your head into your legs as well. You can do this just with your awareness, but you can also support expansion with touch. There are 3 steps to embodying an emotion. Number 1 is to feel and sense the emotion, to find where it is in your body. Number 2, then shift your awareness onto other parts of your body that the emotion is not present in. And invite it to flow into those areas or into that one other area. It doesn't have to be everything else at once. And you can also add touch to this to make it easier if it helps you. So you use one hand to touch the area that you feel the emotion in, and the other hand to touch the other area that you would like the emotion to expand into as well. And that is a matter of preference. So it could be the abdomen or something. Or you could also touch your joints to invite the emotion to flow through these gateways in the body to other parts and areas of your body. Like if I'd like this emotion to expand into my legs, I could touch my hip joint. And then step 3 is to notice any changes in the emotion after it has expanded. Does it feel lighter in the original area it came from? And can you sense some of its qualities in other areas in your body? Let's look at an example. Let's say you are experiencing fear, and step 1 is finding it in your body, and you notice that it's mainly in your chest area. So you place one hand on your chest area, and then you direct your attention onto other areas in your body that you'd like it to expand into. And you notice the abdomen could be a great next place to expand it to. So you place the second hand onto your abdomen with the intention of expanding the emotion from the chest into the abdomen. So you've directed your attention from the chest to the abdomen, and then you can direct it back onto the chest. And if you prefer not to use touch, you can also just do this mentally with your awareness. You can keep going back and forth between your chest and abdomen in your awareness, or you can hold them in your awareness at the same time. Then notice any changes in your experience of the emotion. Can you start sensing some of the sensations of this emotion in your abdomen as well now? Does your chest feel less tense and constricted? How has your ability to bear this emotion changed? Another example, let's say you want to get started with something, but at the same time, you're experiencing aversion and repulsion to getting started. So step 1, you look for this emotion in your body and you find it in your gut. Number 2, you find an area to expand it into and you choose the legs. You can now place your hands onto your hip joints with the intention of inviting the emotion to expand first into your pelvic area and then into your legs and feet. Raja Selvam explains that our legs are often not used in experiencing emotions. So they're an unused resource that we can use to expand our emotions into, to make experiencing them less stressful. Again, you can keep going back and forth in your awareness between focusing on the abdomen, your gut, and your legs, or you can hold them in your awareness at the same time. Then notice any changes in your experience of the emotion. Last example, let's say you're feeling sadness in your head and neck, throat area. Place one hand on your face, anywhere where it's comfortable, and the other one on your abdomen. with the intention and invitation of expanding the emotion to more places in your body. You can again switch back and forth between these two areas in your awareness, or hold them in your awareness at the same time. Then notice any changes. Can you sense the qualities of this emotion in other areas of your body? What does the expansion feel like? One thing that's important to keep in mind when you do these exercises is that the goal is not to make the emotion go away, to force it out somehow, but to learn to be with it, to make it easier to be with, to stop struggling against it and remove the tension and stress that goes along with that. The goal is to make more room for difficult emotions alongside doing what matters to you. This is something you can experiment with, see how it can support you, and adapt it to your needs and what works best for you. The most important ingredient is to turn towards the emotion, drop your psychological and physiological fight against it, and invite it to expand into more places in your body. Like always, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And if you'd like more support in your self-leadership, subscribe to my weekly newsletter at the link below. Till next time, take care and remember to expand your emotions.